S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy. Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad life. She fine as yeah. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like yeah, 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-Wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater. Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them man make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them man make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them man make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Suge, Mike, what we doing, dog? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits. That TTG money gang, making profits. We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward. I am the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group, in case you guys didn't know. We are a Benzinga FinTech Awards finalist for Best Data Analysis Tool, and we are also currently the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university-level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, and individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing. There's something for everybody here inside of True Trading Group. Now, we take that university level of curriculum, we combine it with today's top financial tools that are worth well over $5,000 a year on their own. These are tools that include things like the Benzinga Pro Newsfeed, congressional trading data, insider trading, a simulator, the Trading View charting software, the Trade Ideas scanner, unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, analyst ratings, AI trading tools, trading journals, and social sentiment scanners, and so much more that I can talk to you about later on in the stream. When you join our platform, yeah, you're going to get all of our courses. Yes, you're going to get all of our trade alerts. There's 9 professional traders with you each and every day. You get all of their executions and trade alerts in real time. But you're also going to get access to all of these tools. We set you up with everything you need to have the very best chance of becoming successful for one affordable price for the entire year. You also get access to all of our members, the most educated, helpful, supportive, and successful community of traders that you're ever going to find. Not to mention the real-time trade alerts and the mods and I that have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions of just around 80%, now going on roughly the last 4 years. If you're wondering on why you should listen to anything it is that I talk about on this channel, it's because I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I began my career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City, my first job out of college. They had me go through a training program before they let me touch even $1 of the fund's money. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession and the stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, and I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group, and along with my team of 9 professional trading mods and an over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of members from all over the world reach their goals. We actually have members in 115 different countries. We truly are a global community here at True Trading Group. So if you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've all come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live on this channel with myself and other TeachD Pro trading mods and special guests. We'll drop golden nuggets and give you free lessons, education, and trade ideas that can help you all become better traders. So if you've not yet done so, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, make sure you never miss out on any of these live streams. We are dropping golden nuggets on a regular basis. You never want to miss out on these live streams, guys, because I give you guys market commentary, trade ideas, and some really great lessons that can help you in your trading as early as tomorrow. Today was a really great day for us inside of True Trading Group. Trade of the day today was Meta, hands down. And there's some really good lessons that I want to cover with you guys with Meta. Meta was my top trade idea of the day, broke out to new all-time highs, but there's very specific technical lessons I want to cover with you on why that was the top trade idea of the day on the watch list today for the TTG fam. See, the difference with True Trading Group and a lot of other programs or companies that are out there is that the moderators and I at True Trading Group, we tell you exactly what it is that we are focused on and what stocks we're looking at, long, short, the price points that we're looking to enter and exit these positions, exactly what we're looking for in order to get us into these trades. So a lot of our members know what to look for even before the day begins. And it gets to a point where they're not necessarily solely reliant on chasing trade alerts because they know what the game plan is before the day even begins. This way, members are able to take advantage and make money, even if moderators don't enter a position, if they don't get a fill on their order execution, or a lot of times even our members can get better prices than even the moderators get because they're not necessarily just waiting for a trade alert. You can follow the trade alerts if you want. The trade alerts come through on your our mobile app on your cell phone if you can't be in front of your computer during the day, or it'll come through obviously inside of our chat room if you are in front of your computer. Either way, you're going to get notified in real time when the moderator's orders execute. But without having to wait for the order execution and the alert, sometimes members get better prices than even the moderators do. And I think that's a really big factor in member success. And there's a lot of really great stuff that I want to cover with you regarding the Meta trade today. Why, first of all, Meta was the number one trade idea on the day. We just went over in my 9-week, I'm doing a 9-week accelerator with some members inside True Trading Group. And we actually just went over one of the lessons we talked about today was how to build and prioritize your trade ideas and your watch list. So when I come on in the morning before the day begins, I'll tell people, hey, this is like my top trade idea. And what is it about a particular stock or particular trade idea that makes it the top idea? Like, how do I go about prioritizing the watch list? If you have 5, 6, 7, 8 ideas, how do you go about prioritizing this is my favorite one, right? This is the one I should focus most of my time and energy and my focus on, right? So there's some really great technical lessons I want to cover with you guys regarding the Meta trade today. It was a huge win for a lot of members in True Trading Group. And the overall market has been holding so incredibly well to technical levels that right now this market is a technical trader's dream. It's a technical trader's dream because the market is not really being moved right now by economic data, fundamental catalysts, news releases. That sometimes could be a little bit of a tougher trade because when a news release or update drastically moves the market, sometimes you can get caught off guard with a major move in the middle of the day or a sentiment shift early in the morning that you're not necessarily prepared for until that news release actually hits and the markets then go crazy and then you have to react to that. So sometimes that environment can be a little bit more challenging. But when the market is moving and trading off purely technicals, which is exactly what this market is trading on right now, there have not been any major news releases or any major pieces of economic data that have been shocks to this market. It's been a technical-based rally so far here this year, and the levels are holding perfectly. Perfectly. Now, we do have a major economic catalyst tomorrow morning, which is the U.S. jobs report. The labor report, we're going to get the new unemployment rate. We're going to see how many jobs were added on the month. There's going to be a lot of insight into the labor market we're going to get tomorrow morning. At first initial glance, I don't expect any surprises in this labor report. Why? You haven't seen any surprises in the jobless claims data. Typically, when the labor market softens or when the labor market cracks or really begins to weaken, you'll see it first in the jobless claims numbers. Jobless claims you get every single Thursday. They tell you how many people have filed for unemployment initially, and they also tell you how many people have continued to file for unemployment, which means they are not able to find a job after they lose it. So that is really the indication of a weak job market when the number of continuing jobless claims starts to really climb. First, the initial claims spike, and then the continuing claims continue to move higher. And that shows you that people are being laid off. And once they're laid off, they cannot quickly get another job. And that's when that continuing jobless claims number really starts to rise. So those are the things that you'll see inside of a jobless claims data report, which you get every week. So it's easier to see that data coming. That's why I don't necessarily think the labor report tomorrow is going to be a real shock. Reflex 4284 from Twitch, it looks like, asking, is this live? Reflex 4284. I think I just answered that question for you. Yes, we are live. Welcome to the stream. All right. So that's why I don't think you're going to get a real big surprise tomorrow, because you just haven't seen any real surprises yet in the jobless claims data. The jobless claims data you actually got today was dead in line with expectations. 217,000 was expected, came in at exactly 217,000. So no real surprise there. That's why I don't think you're going to get a surprise tomorrow. But we are trading purely off of technicals, and these levels have been holding perfectly, and they provided for some amazing trading opportunities for members. Before I get into kind of the lessons and what I want to talk to you guys about with the overall markets and regarding Meta, I'm going to make a statement right now that's going to blow some people's minds. As you guys know, I have been a massive bull on Nvidia. If you have followed this YouTube channel for the last couple of years, then you would know, going back to 2020, I have been banging the table, screaming at the top of my lungs from the top of every rooftop that I can stand on, that Nvidia is one of my favorite holdings in my long-term portfolio, and I'm buying Nvidia. I'm adding to Nvidia. I bought it initially in 2018, but it was a smaller position for me at that time. I bought a much larger chunk in 2020, when we bought more every single year going forward, with another big add in 2020. 2022 was another big add for us in 2022. My position on Nvidia, those initial shares that I have bought, are up 1,500%. Now, the stock is beginning to get parabolic. We are trading higher right now in the after-hours session, up 900. We're at $945 a share right now in the after-hours session, as the stock is continuing to trade higher. After hours, we closed right around 925. We are now another 25, pushing $20 higher. We're now another $20 to the upside right now at 945. So I'm going to make a statement right here, right now, that's probably going to knock some people's socks off. Within the next probably week or so, I'm going to trim my Nvidia position. So yes, you heard me all say it. Within the next week or so, I'm going to trim this position. I'm not selling this position. The position has just gotten so incredibly large, up 1,500% from the initial ad back in 2020 and 18. It was right around the same price. It was like $58 before that split. And now the stock is $945. I think that the $1,000 mark is going to act as a little bit of a magnet. The $1,000 mark, it tends to be such a strong psychological level that stocks will sometimes just gravitate up towards it. If you guys remember Tesla, when Tesla first went to 1,000 before the stock splits, that $1,000 mark really acted as a magnet, and we pushed up to like 1,000, 1,100, and then it dropped. I think you're getting to a point where Nvidia is almost up 100% in 2.5 months. This stock literally started January of 2024 at $475. We are now at $945. It's March 7th. It's literally been 2 months and 1 week, and the stock is up like 90 something percent. So I think maybe this momentum-based move probably takes us a little bit higher. But what I'm going to probably do in these next couple of days or week is I'm going to trim the position. I am not selling the position. Let me make myself crystal clear. I will be a shareholder of Nvidia for the remainder of time that I could imagine me being an investor. This will have a permanent place in my long-term portfolio. But as I stare at this 1,500% gain in a matter of such an incredibly short period of time, nothing goes up in a straight line. And I'm going to take advantage of this momentum move to the upside. I'm going to lock in some gains on that position. I'm going to reallocate that capital into some other areas of the market. And then when Nvidia drops back down into the 800s or the 700s, I'm going to recycle those shares back, and I'm just going to buy those shares back with a couple extra $100 to the downside on my average cost of my position. So I am not really selling the stock. I want to make myself clear. This is a trim where the profit has ballooned to such an incredible amount that I'm going to pare back some of those gains, and then I'll wait for the stock to then pull itself back, and I'm just going to rebuy the position. This will still be a top 5 holding in my long-term portfolio. This stock has ballooned to my 3rd or 4th largest position because of how far the stock has run. My largest position right now, currently dollar-wise, is Microsoft. Right behind that is Apple, it's Meta, and it's Nvidia, then it's Amazon, and it's Alphabet. But I'm going to pare some of these gains back. I'm going to use that capital, circle it back into some other areas of the market. And then once we get a pullback at some point, whenever that happens, whether it's in a month, in 2 months, in a year, whatever, I'm going to rebuy those shares right back. Okay. I'm just taking a trim. I will be still owning the bulk of the position, but I'm going to say it here. I'm going to say it here now. I think we're getting to a point where it's time to start locking in some of that gain, and then I'll rebuy those shares back at cheaper prices. Okay. So I'm coming out. I'm saying that. You guys know that I have been extremely bullish on this name. I still am extremely bullish on this name. I think that Nvidia does have the potential to eventually someday have the largest market cap in the entire market. You're already above a $2 trillion market cap. And at this pace, you're starting to compete with Apple. So Nvidia's market cap is beginning to compete with Apple. Apple's fallen to start the year. Nvidia's up 100% to start the year. So you're getting to a point where it was always Apple number 1, Microsoft number 2, and nobody else was really close. Now Microsoft is number 1, Apple's number 2, since Apple stock has pulled back and Microsoft has rallied to all-time highs. But Nvidia, with this amazing run that we have seen, is getting so far extended to the upside. Do I believe Nvidia is a more valuable company than than Apple? Do I think Nvidia deserves to have a market cap even equivalent to Apple? The answer there right now is no. Eventually, I think that it can. And eventually, I think that Nvidia right now is the 3rd largest stock in the entire market. Could it challenge Microsoft and Apple? Yes, based on market cap and based on premium for growth expectations. The growth rate of Nvidia is far greater right now when you're looking at revenue growth rates than in Apple. Apple's actually had negative growth 4 out of the last 5 quarters that they've reported, that they've actually had negative revenue growth. So Nvidia, when you're looking at Nvidia, which is just blowing out their revenue expectations on their earnings guidance, and it's up 100% like year over year, 70% year over year, it's unbelievable that they've been able to maintain this and keep this up. But nothing goes up in a straight line. So I'm making that statement. I'm coming out with it now. And I don't want people that are on this live stream just to just believe me that I'm up 1,500% on this position. Members of True Trading Group that have been with me for the last several years, they own this stock with me too. They're up over 1,000% too. Because if you've been a member of True Trading Group or you've even been on this live stream for the last couple of years, then you know that every single time somebody has asked me, Mike, what is your favorite holding? What are your best long ideas? I have said over the last 4 years, Nvidia and AMD. I love these two companies. We've been buyers of these companies over the last couple of years. It's time I think I lock in some of those gains, and I'm going to take about a 10 to 15% trim on my position. I'm going to allocate that capital somewhere else, and then we're going to use that capital to rebuy the shares if and when we do get that pullback. So I'm going to take about 10 to 15% of my position off the table, and then I'll recycle that money back in after the stock pulls itself back. Okay? How many of you members of True Trading Group, how many of you guys own Nvidia or AMD because of you've heard me talk to you about Nvidia, you've heard me talk about AMD, and you guys own these stocks and you've taken advantage of these moves over the last several years? Just comment in chat. I want to know. Yes, there you go. T Meister is in Nvidia at $172 a share, right? Where do you guys own these stocks from too? I'm interested. So T Meister's in at $172. The stock's at $945, right? So I don't like, that's what I'm saying. I don't want people coming on this live stream that have never been on this stream with me. And they're like, oh yeah. Okay, bro. Yeah. You're up 1,500% on Nvidia. If you've been on this live stream for the last 4 years, then you know that's the truth. And you can go back to March and April of 2020. The videos are right here on this YouTube channel. You can go back and you can watch them. I am screaming at the top of my lungs in March and April of 2020, NVIDIA, AMD, NVIDIA, AMD, NVIDIA, AMD. And I said it again in 2022, NVIDIA, AMD, NVIDIA, AMD. And we backed up the truck and we loaded up on these names. Lady Boss is in from $131. AMD, Bavik is in from $85. Bert's in from $56. Mike Lewis loaded the boat at $130 on NVIDIA. MN at $122. Dave, $196. Regina, $62 for AMD. $120 on NVIDIA for my boy Robert. AMD, $85. These are the prices that members of True Trading Group own these stocks from. Meanwhile, I get questions from people on a daily basis. Should I buy the stock now? Oh my God, should you buy the stock now? You should have bought the stock a year ago. You should have bought it 2 years ago. And if you were spending time listening to people that actually do this stuff for a living, that actually know what they're talking about, instead of focusing on people on Reddit talking about Mullen and complete nonsense like that, you could be in these stocks. You can own these stocks. You can be up 500, 1,000% on these positions. Instead, you're stuck in stocks like Mullen that are down 98% that will never, ever, ever return your capital back to you. You can hold on to that stock until you are old and gray. You are never going to see that capital again in a stock like Mullen. And it pains me to say it that so many people fell for the nonsense that is spread across social media, and they got themselves into stocks like Mullen. They got themselves into stocks like CEI. They got themselves into stocks like Wish and Workhorse and Rivian and Lucid and all these pieces of garbage when you have stocks like Nvidia that are up 1,500% in 3 years. These are the areas of the market that are creating and generating tremendous amounts of wealth for people that are paying attention. This is the greatest market environment that I've ever seen in my entire life. And the wave of AI, I do not believe, I saw somebody asking about, yeah, but what about Nvidia becoming like a Cisco? And everybody's comparing Nvidia to Cisco because Cisco, during the dot-com boom, Cisco went absolutely crazy, just like Nvidia is doing right now. And I'll show you Cisco during the dot-com bubble. The dot-com bubble, you had Cisco went from, in 1998, was $10. It went all the way to $80 in the year 2000. This is post all of these stock splits, went all the way to $80. That stock then went on 2 years later, 3 years later, went all the way back down to $10, exactly where it came from. And now here you are, fast forward 20 years later, this stock is still 40% off its all-time high. It never got back to those prices. And this is the company that I'm seeing a lot of people on social media compare Nvidia to. I do not believe that Nvidia is going to be another Cisco. Now, Does that not mean that this stock is going to come back down to earth? I'm telling you all this now. There will be a point in time in the future where Nvidia is going to do that. And people are going to freak out and you're going to panic. Stocks don't go up in straight lines. Let's not forget, in 2022, Nvidia stock was down 60% in 2022. It was down 60% in 2022. It is not normal for a stock to make this move like this in this short period of time. It will pull back. It will come back down. You don't have to worry about chasing this thing at 1,000. I'm not buying it at 1,000. You just heard me tell you I'm ready to trim the stock at 1,000. But I just believe so strongly in the future of AI and the development of AI. And this company is already generating such a tremendous amount of revenue and profit. And the AI industry is in its infancy. There is so much development to take place. This is the next technical revolution that is going to have an impact on the economy and the world equivalent to when the internet was first created. I believe AI is the next round that is going to create unicorns for shareholders. We've already got a unicorn in Nvidia. Unicorn is a stock that goes up over 1,000%. We already got one in Nvidia. And shame on me for not taking any profit off on a stock that goes up 1,000% in a matter of a couple of years. I'm going to trim the position. I'm taking 10 to 15% of it off the table, and I will rebuy those shares back when the stock pulls back, because at some point it's going to pull back. Am I sitting here trying to call a top? No. Do I know what day it's going to put its top in? No. But what I do know is that at some point in the future, do I think the stock will be under $944 where it is today? Yes. Yes. Yes, I do. But a huge, massive congratulations to all of the members of True Trading Group that already own these stocks. Congratulations to all of you. This is life-changing stuff. It truly is life-changing stuff. When you make the right decisions in the market, it is life-changing. When you make the wrong decisions in the market, they are also life-changing. If you panicked and sold at the bottom of 2022, that is life-changing, not in a good way. If you started investing in 2022, that is life-changing in a good way. So congratulations to all the members of True Trading Group. Congrats, guys. There's nothing else really to say other than that, honestly. What I will ask is this type of analysis and this type of guidance and this type of direction and everything else that we like to teach people inside of True Trading Group. And listen, I don't tell you what to do with your money, right? You do with your money with what you want. All I do is tell you what I'm doing with mine. And you can take that information and do with it whatever you please. Okay. But I tell you, and I'm very open with our members about what are the stocks that I am buying, where I'm invested in my long-term portfolio. I just put out a stock market outlook report in the first week of January for all of our members. I do it every single year, where I tell you which sectors that I'm invested in, which stocks that I like. We talked about gold. In that report, we said gold, we're looking for an all-time high breakout this year on gold. That was in my stock market report. It was the number one commodity play. I always give a commodity for the year. Last year, my commodity pick was uranium. The year before that, it was oil. This year, it was gold. We have been spot on with these commodity plays. Oil gave us a 40% return. Uranium gave us a 38% return. And now we're in gold this year, and you're already breaking out to new all-time highs on gold. So that's looking really well also. But this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. True Trading Group is not just about day trading. It's not just about swing trading. It's also long-term portfolio stuff as well. That's what I mean. There's something for everybody here in TTG. And this is the reason why so many of our members are able to make money. And if you don't have to take my word for it, members of True Trading Group will tell you themselves. I don't just think people are making money because I just think that way and I'm just a positive thinker, right? And I just hope for the best. No, it's because members tell me so. Guys, do me a favor. Type the number 1 inside chat right now. If you guys are members of True Trading Group and you're making money and you guys are becoming better traders because of this platform, because of the education, because of the tools and everything else, go ahead and type the number 1 inside chat right now. If you are making money, plain and simple, very easy question. Anyone that's on this YouTube channel that is not a member, I want you to pay attention to how many people that you see type the number 1 on the side of the screen, because every single person you see typing the number 1 right now are your friends, your family members, they are your peers, they are your coworkers. And if they can do it, there is absolutely no reason why you can't. I don't care if you have a full-time job. 82% of our members have full-time jobs. They work over 40 hours a week. There is absolutely no reason that you cannot take advantage of this market just because you have a full-time job. We have a mobile app. That mobile app is available for iPhone and Android. You can stay connected to our chat room. You can get real-time push notifications when our mods enter and exit positions, so you can follow along if you so choose. You have a small account. I don't care. We have members that started True Trading Group with $200 in their trading account, and they've turned that $200 with the cash account trading options. They've turned it into $2,000 or $20,000. We've had people turn a couple $100 into 4-digit, even 5-digit accounts. It's not because they're lucky. It's not because that I've given them some special super top secret indicator or pattern that I learned on Wall Street that the hedge funds don't want you guys to know. That's not the reasons why these people are telling you they're making money. It's because they actually are receiving a real professional level of education, and they are guided through each and every single trading day by not 1, not 2, not 3, but 9 professional traders that do this each and every single day to put food on the table. They have access to some of the best trading tools that there are available in this industry and in this market, which is why we were nominated and we're a finalist for the best data analysis tool at the Benzinga FinTech Awards of 2023. That is why these people are making money. No other reason than that. It's not luck. It's not a special super secret. It sure as hell isn't because they have all the time in the world to sit at home and stare at charts. How many people are on the live stream right now that are not members of True Trading Group? Just do me a favor real quick. If you're not a member, type the letters TTG inside chat real quick, please. I just want to see how many people we have on here. I'm going to cover with you guys Meta today, which is a phenomenal technical lesson for us to go through on Meta that I think can help you guys maybe make some money even as early as tomorrow. But just go ahead and please type TTG if you guys are not a member. I just want to see who's here that I'm talking to that maybe doesn't know that I've said these things in the past. And I respect that, right? If you're here now, you don't know that I've said these things in the past. I understand that. I just want to see how many people that we have here. Sean, Kevin, Ty, Michael, Johnny. And just so you guys know, those of you that are not members, I ask members to confirm this stuff because I understand that you guys aren't there, right? And, I'm on a YouTube channel. I can say anything that I want. That doesn't make it true, right? You should be skeptical of the people that you're watching and the people that you're listening to. I understand that. And I completely respect it and can appreciate the skepticism. Louisa, welcome. But the skepticism that each and every single one of you have, and I know deep down you probably have some skepticism, right? Because there's a lot of people like me that are out on a YouTube channel that pretend like they know what they're talking about. Most of them are just really good marketers. They promise you that you can make 10 grand in 10 minutes a day with some special super top secret easy 1, 2, 3 pattern or some AI robot. And none of it is true. None of it is true. But that skepticism that you have, a lot of our members also shared that skepticism because they've had bad experiences with other groups in the past. You're not alone if you're skeptical. And I actually like when people are skeptical because I like to kind of show them what is actually real and what is actually possible. Members, do me a favor and just type the number 2 if you were skeptical at first, and then now your only regret is you didn't join True Trading Group sooner. Just type the number 2. I just want to show people that are skeptical you're not alone. And I can totally appreciate the skepticism. But members, if you were skeptical at first and now you just wish you joined sooner, type the number 2 for me, please. Yeah, Glenny had a great JetBlue trade. Yeah, the JetBlue swing trade with Glenny following the Air Save news was a great one. That's over 100% gain already. But you guys can see anyone that's skeptical, you see how many people are typing the number 2. They were all skeptical at one point in time, right? They came on this live stream. They heard me talk about all this stuff. They like, okay, man, this guy talks a big game, and they were skeptical, rightfully so. But now that they're part of True Trading Group, they wish that they joined sooner. Yes, I wish I joined sooner so I could have added to Nvidia. I know. I was pounding the table on Nvidia in 2020. 2020 was I really started pounding the table on Nvidia, and I'm really glad that obviously I'm glad, but I'm glad that so many members on it too. I really am. I'm glad that so many members on it too. But listen, for those of you that are skeptical, right? I want to prove to you how serious that I am about the things that I say. I back up everything I say with my own money. That's why when people join True Trading Group, we offer a double your money back guarantee. So we do it based on your success and your P&L. So if you're not successful, if you can't make back your membership fee that it cost you to join True Trading Group, if you can't make it back at least one time during your membership, we will actually give you back double the amount that you're paying to join the community. And our refund rate is actually less than 2.5%. That's why I can do that, right? If our refund rate was like 12%, I wouldn't be able to give you guys double your money back because we'd be losing 24% of our sales and our revenue. And True Trading Group is a business. Don't make that mistake. There's 30 employees. We are a business. I should have joined before. I should have joined before I was born. Yeah. Well, our lifetime members can actually pass their membership on to their children. So you have that. And Bruce, I know you're a lifetime member now, brother. So you can maybe pass that membership down to somebody else. But yeah. So listen, those of you that are not members, I want to tell you guys real quick about how you can join the community, how you can join the platform, because we're making some huge changes to the membership actually. Right now, when you join True Trading Group, and you guys are in luck because this was supposed to have happened already, but it's going to be starting now by tomorrow when our new sales page is up and loaded. You guys, right now, when you join True Trading Group, you get access to all of our courses and all of our tools. It's all together. It's all included in one price for the whole year. There's no upsell for any of those things. Starting tomorrow, the base of our membership will just include courses, chat room, mobile app, trade alerts, and 2 mentor sessions throughout the year. It does not include any of the other tools. It does not include the Benzinga newsfeed. It does not include Trade Idea Scanner, dark pool data, short data, unusual options. None of that stuff is included starting tomorrow. If you want any of those things, you're going to have to pay extra for them. If you join tonight, all of it's included for one price. To make it easier for you, go to ttgoffer.com. That's ttgoffer.com. When you hit that page, every single item that you see is included when you join the annual membership today. Starting tomorrow, those items will cost you more money. Now, when you get to ttgoffer.com, you're going to see that the membership is over $2,000 for the year. Don't panic. That's the price you would pay if you went to our website on your own. But you're not on your own. You're on this live stream. You're with me. And I appreciate you spending the time here with me. So I'm going to give you a coupon code. That coupon code is going to give you a 54% discount, which means the price to join True Trading Group for the entire year to get access to all of our courses, all of our trade alerts, and all of our tools and resources is only $1,017 for the entire year. It's less than $100 a month is what it comes out to. Use the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. That price will drop down to the $1,017. Everything you see on that page is included. There's also a free laptop that is included with your membership on that price as well. Today is also the last day for laptops. We still have a couple of these laptops left. As soon as we get rid of these, that's it. It's over. It's done. And then tomorrow starts the new membership where there's going to be additional costs for these tools, and there's no laptop that's going to be included. All right. The laptop is free. We cover the shipping. We ship anywhere in the world. Yes, it is real. As long as you live on planet Earth, I'll get you the laptop. It's a Windows 11 laptop. It comes with Microsoft 365 for the year. Listen, it's not a MacBook Pro, okay? It's not a $2,000 gaming laptop. You can't, communicate with satellites with this thing. But it's a great laptop for you guys to trade with if you want. Use it for work. Give it to your kid for school. Or just sell the laptop on eBay and put the money back in your account. Therefore, instead of you spending $1,000 for a membership, it costs you like $700. Right? It's our gift to you for joining the community. All you have to do is go to ttgoffer.com. Use the coupon code TTG121. All of our courses are included, which is a simplified and expanded upon version of the training program I went through when I worked at the fund in New York. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it. We've got it. It's all included. There's no additional cost for those things. Okay. You're also going to get Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, congressional trading data, to track trades by Congress. Just those things alone would cost you over $1,000 if you went to Benzinga on your own. Those things are all included when you guys join. You get TradingView's premium charting software. You get the Trade Idea scanner, unusual options activity, options flow, dark pool data, short data, analyst ratings, a trading journal, social sentiment scanners, AI trading tools. These things are all included when you join our platform. So now if you pay for some of those things already, you don't have to pay for them anymore. Some of you may pay for Benzinga Pro. Some of you may pay for Trade Ideas. Some of you may pay for TradingView, right? Some of you may pay for dark pool data and short data and everything else. You don't have to pay for that stuff anymore. You join our platform, it's all included. TTGoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code, click apply code. The price drops down to $10.17. You see the laptop. That's how you know you're getting one. Check out. You're good to go. You don't have to enter your address to get the laptop. You're going to get a welcome email with instructions how to claim the laptop after you guys join. So be on the lookout for the welcome email. If you have any questions at all, just text us 1-888-306-8783. Again, we're fully transparent. We're an open book. Any questions you have, 1-888-306-8783. And then that W money back guarantee, it's right there on the checkout page in black and white. It's real. Go read it. The way that it works is this. You join, you pay $1,017 for the year. Go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend one study group. If after doing that, and you have the whole year to do so, you don't have to do that all in 14 days. You have the whole year to do those things. Take your time, go at your own pace. If you cannot make enough winning trades to equal the $1,017 fee at least once, I'll give you back $2,034. You can keep the laptop. That's the deal that we make when you join us. That's how much we believe in the platform that we've created. And that's how we prove it to you. Our refund rate is less than 2.5%. And our retention rate amongst our members is 78%. That's why I'm able to offer you guys W money back without blinking an eye. So just go ahead, folks. TTGoffer.com. Use that code, TTG121. Click apply code. Price drops all the way down to $10.17. Check out. You guys are good to go. All right. And then again, any questions, don't hesitate. 1-888-306-8783. This is the last night for the all-inclusive membership. Okay. So all those tools are included now. They will not be included tomorrow. If you want any of those things starting tomorrow, you're going to have to pay extra for them. All right. So there you guys go. Okay, guys, let's get on over to the charts. One particular thing I want to talk to you guys about here today, and it's SPY and it's Meta. Okay, it's SPY and it's Meta. Meta, top trade idea. Top trade idea for the group today. And was definitely trade of the day. Beautiful breakout move on Meta today to new all-time highs, right? Textbook setup here, all right? What I want to show you first is why be bullish on Meta in the first place? Let's take away today's price action. This is as of yesterday. Let's look at the charts. What you'll notice is this 9 exponential moving average, which is this teal blue line you see on my screen, has been a level of support for Meta for the last couple of months. You can see every time that Meta has touched this teal blue line, the stock has bounced and moved higher. So we have been bullish on Meta for the last couple of days. And we broke out through a flat top all-time high resistance, which you guys can see right here. Here's your flat top. That was your previous all-time high, right? You broke through that all-time high a couple of days ago. Then you pulled back in and reset back against that prior all-time high, and you reset back against the trade line, which is the 9 exponential moving average. That area then held as the stock then traded higher yesterday. Then coming into the day today, we got a nice little gap up today. And now I'll move you down to a 3-minute chart just so you guys can see. This morning, we had a nice little gap up today in the pre-market. This light gray is pre-market. This is yesterday's price action, okay? So with that gap up today, considering that we were holding the trade line and we were holding the prior all-time high, we said, we want to be long Meta. We're bullish on Meta. We think Meta is going to go to new all-time highs. So that was trade idea today, was Meta to new all-time highs. See, we can push up into the teens. We got as high as 520. This went even higher than I was expecting today. My target for today was around 515. We got as high as 520. Okay. But let's go through what it was that we saw. What you want to do when you are prioritizing what you want to do, okay, is prioritize your watch list and understand when is the time for us to pull the trigger, right? When is it the time to pull the trigger? Well, use the overall market as your entry and exit points. What do I mean by that? If you say, I want to be long Meta, and you're going to get, hold on one second. You're going to use the overall markets. And when the overall market gets to key levels, that is when you want to start executing your trades on individual stocks that are correlated to the overall market. Meta obviously is correlated to the overall market. A small cap, $3 stock that's got news is not correlated to the overall market. So what I'm about to go through with you does not really apply. So when you're looking at a stock like Meta, okay, if you're looking at a stock like Meta, all right, Meta is highly correlated to the overall market. Let's go back to the SPY and let's go over some key levels here on the SPY so I can show you exactly what I'm referring to. We have a very obvious level at 512 on the SPY. Okay, if you caught the live stream yesterday, we talked about this yesterday, and I'll show you exactly where this level comes from. Okay, so here we have 512. Here's 512 support, and there's 512 gap. You had a big gap down on the 5th, and that was the sell-off day. And then that was also yesterday's high. Okay, so here is 1, 2, 3 support on the 4th. There's the close of the day on the 4th. You had the big gap down on the 5th, which creates a gap fill back up against 512. That gap was filled yesterday. You see high of the day yesterday is also 512. So here you can see level, open gap, gap filled, resistance, right? Then today, we gapped above 512. So today, once you got above 512 in the pre-market session, it begins to act as support. Then the market's open, you drop back into 512, and 512, once again, acts as support. So what you want to start to do is say to yourself, if we believe that 512 is a key level of support, and if we believe that the SPY is going to hold support at 512, which was the game plan today, we talked about it pre-market with all of our members, was, okay, guys, watch 512 support, then new all-time high. That was the game plan today inside of TTG in the pre-market session. Members, you can say true or false. The game plan was 512 support, then new all-time high. Okay, this is the analysis that we'll give you every single day, what we think the markets are going to do. I'm not saying I'm right every single time. I mean, our win rate as a group collectively is just around 80%, but I'm not right all the time. We were spot on right here, obviously, today. And when we're not right, we'll talk about that as well. But right now, the game plan today was the 512 support, then you look for the all-time high. So when the SPY drops into 512, then it immediately recovers and puts in this beautiful V bottom. That's all the confirmation you need that this level is definitely still intact. And this is a strong level of support. And you can look for now the long off of that. And that's exactly where you got the move in the markets today. You got this beautiful continuation move. But when the overall market reaches these support levels, and if you think that you're going to bounce off that level, then that is the exact moment that you should be looking at your individual stock for the long. Now let's go take a look at what happened on Meta right after 945. Right after 945, you have this beautiful little bottoming tail that comes right into a trade line VWAP crossover. If you're not a member, you might not know what that is, but this is a trade line VWAP crossover. It's a momentum indicator. A momentum triggering indicator that I teach our members in True Trading Group. It has to do with the 9 exponential moving average, which is the trade line, and the VWAP. Okay, so right at the exact moment that the SPY drops into, right at the exact same moment the SPY drops into that support level of 512, which is right after 945, the exact moment that that happens, and you get the confirmed bounce, which tells you this level is in fact support, the exact moment that that happens, right after 9:45 a.m., you have the trade line VWAP cross and a new high of the day break on Meta. So as soon as you see that, that's your confirmation to get long. Way to go, Al. Al caught that move today on futures. Great job. That's your confirmation signal to pull a trigger, and that's how you know it's time for you to get long. And the rest is history. The rest is history. Beautiful breakout move. And then even after that, guys, you've got a TTD triangle set up here, which you see how we break through the high of the day. So here's previous high of the day. You break through it with a nice increase in volume, and then you sit back against that prior high with a lower volume pullback. You can see the difference in the volume down here. Much lower volume on the pullback as opposed to the break through the high of the day. And then the rest is just history, right? You just get this beautiful follow through continuation move on Meta, guys. So again, the lesson here that I want you guys to really take from this, it's not so much, hey, here's a trade line VWAP cross. It's not so much that, because I didn't go into too much detail about what that pattern is or how you guys identify it or how you use it. You'll learn all that as a member of True Trading Group. But really what I want you to focus on, which is some lessons that can help you make money as early as tomorrow, is using the overall market as an extra indicator in market correlated stocks, which Meta is, right? Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, these are highly correlated stocks. Okay. These are highly correlated stocks to the overall market, right? They're the biggest companies in the market. So they're going to have they're going to be affected the most when the markets are moving around and vice versa. When you have major levels or key levels that are tested on the overall markets and you get confirmation. So if you thought 512 was support on the SPY and you got the confirmation signal on that SPY 512 being support, you then look at Meta that exact same moment and say, is there any signal here for me to get long Meta? And just like you got the confirmation signal that 512 was support on the SPY, you got a confirmation signal that Meta is in fact strong and has momentum by the trade line VWAP cross and the increase in volume through the high of the day. All of that gives you green light, green light, green light, green light, get long. And the rest is history. So you see what I mean? There's a lot of lessons here on this Meta trade. And I wanted to go through it. I wanted to cover with you guys. New high on Nvidia, 946, 945. 945 and a half on Nvidia, new high. Yep, grade A setup, 10 tones down. You got it. Grade A setup. Grade A setup. Anybody have any questions about what I just went over there with the SPY and with Meta? Anybody have any questions at all? Now's the time to ask. Any questions about what I just covered? Anything that doesn't make sense? Anything you're unsure about? Now's the time to ask folks. Well, do you guys have questions about this specifically first? Changing frames, John Robinson. I'll hit those in a minute, guys. But does anybody have any questions about what I just went over before I go on? And I'll grab changing frames and John Robinson. I'll grab your guys' question. But anybody have any questions about Meta, SPY, like what I just talked about? No? So everybody gets it? No questions? Everybody's clear? Everyone's going to use this and they're trading tomorrow. Everyone's going to come back and tell me they killed it. Right. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So since nobody has questions about this particular setup and this lesson, Let me hit on changing frames. Mike, do you have any SPY targets? How long can the run go? Let me delete all this. Okay, so let's go over the SPY. Let's talk about the levels that we have. Obviously, today, new all-time high in the SPY. And we're talking about how high can this thing go, right? And what I would do is here, let's draw out our Fibonacci. Let's put our Fibonacci projection tool here. So your 100 target on your Fibonacci extension tool is right around 520. So I actually love that. I actually love that number. I love this as a target. I love this as a target for us on that Fib extension tool. I do love that. But the other thing that I want to show you here is the channel that has been intact all year. Okay, so for the last 2.5 months or so, we've just been trading inside of this huge upward sloping channel. And what I like about that 100 Fibonacci extension, right? That 100 Fibonacci extension took you to 520. Well, what else lines up at 520? The top end of the channel. So that 520 ends up being a beautiful target for a tap and pullback. Then you sit on bottom end of the channel, and then the channel finally breaks. And then you go back and you backfill down to 500 to 503. And I actually think that is a beautiful, beautiful reset. And it could be just in time for the Fed meeting on March 20th. So maybe the Fed meeting, maybe from a technical standpoint, okay, from a technical standpoint, 520 is a beautiful spot for us to start to find a top. And then maybe the Fed meeting on the 20th could be a catalyst that causes a bit of a pullback. And the pullback takes you back to maybe 503. So that's kind of what my thoughts are regarding the overall market. Would be top end of the channel into 520, which is also 100 Fibonacci projection or extension. And then I would say nice support levels that I see is 505. And I talked about this a couple of days ago, 503 and 497. So these are the three support levels that I like. 505, 503, 497. Okay, these are the three support levels that I see on the chart that I think are meaningful and I think could actually, provide some support on pullbacks. But I kind of like the idea of a little bit higher and then pull back to the bottom end of the channel, try to bounce off the channel, do not make a higher high, right? Find resistance there at that. You do not make the higher high and then break the channel. All right, so that's kind of what I think. I think we're getting pretty damn close. Maybe another, 4 points to the upside, and then eventually top out like we just mentioned. For the projection changing frames, the way that I'm using that is from the market bottom to the recent rally and then pullback. So I'll draw it for you again, just so you see where I'm drawing the projections from. The extensions is from the market bottom up to that rally high, which was the rally from July. And then, why can't I grab this? I gotta delete. I don't know why it just froze. My Fib extension just froze. So we're going to go from top to rally here, and then the bottom of that pullback, right? So it's market bottom up to that rally high, then that pullback bottom, and then there's your extensions. right? And there's your extensions. And you can see that the 100 lines up right at 520, right? And if we draw out that channel takes you right to where? 520. So it's tough to identify resistance levels when you're at all-time highs because there's no price structure, right? Like you're really just kind of using whatever you can use to try to identify where resistance might be, but there's no price structure. There is no resistance levels here, right? Resistance is price structure. When you draw Fibonacci extensions, they're not necessarily resistance levels because a resistance level by definition is an area where sellers outnumber buyers and you don't have any price structure of previous exchange trades to create that supply. There is no supply that's previously traded there. So it's, it becomes a little bit of a guessing game, but it's an educated guess. You're using indicators, you're using chart patterns and everything else to identify where these levels and these resistance levels might be when they reach them. So I like that 520 number. And we'll see if it plays itself out. Okay. We'll see if it still plays itself out. All right. So there you guys have it. All right. There you guys have it. That's what we're going to look for. We'll see if we can, we'll see if we're right. I'll look for, now again, don't forget though, the labor report tomorrow could change things, right? That's a potential market moving catalyst tomorrow. If there's something crazy in that data, that might change what I think. And if it does change what I think, I'll let you guys know once I get that data. But I don't expect tomorrow to be a surprise. I would be surprised if tomorrow was a surprise. Just based on what I've seen out of the jobless claims data, I don't expect the jobs report tomorrow to be a shock. But who knows? Maybe it is. Maybe it is a shock. And the markets react accordingly, and that would change my thoughts. But I like what we just talked about. I like the analysis we just did. I feel pretty good about that. Let's see how it pans out. All right. My pleasure, guys. My pleasure. Hope you guys enjoyed it. For those of you that are not interested in True Trading Group, Leonard, I actually didn't listen to the State of the Union. I actually did not listen to the State of the Union. I highly doubt there was anything said in that speech that would change the markets tomorrow. I highly doubt that. You also have the markets were open this whole time. The markets just closed 6 minutes ago. 6 minutes ago, the markets just closed. I know that the market closes at 4 o'clock, but the after hours session stays open until 8 o'clock. And now you have the futures market that will continue to trade. But you had the equity market still trading right up until a couple of minutes ago. And you can see the State of the Union speech was going on and the market really wasn't moving. So I don't think that I didn't listen to the State of the Union, but I highly doubt there's anything in there that's going to change what the markets are going to do. Okay. I highly, highly, highly doubt it. All right. But I'll go back. Oh, it hasn't started yet. Why did I think it was 6 o'clock? I mean, I wasn't paying attention, but I was doing my accelerator. Why did I think it didn't happen yet? I thought it was 6 o'clock. Oh, it hasn't started yet? No, I don't know why I thought it was 6 o'clock. Oh, no, the State of the Union is always late. Yeah, the State of the Union is always late. I don't know why I thought it was 6 o'clock. Why did I think it was 6 o'clock? I don't know. Now I don't know. I don't know why I thought that. Either way, I don't think there's going to be anything in there that's going to change the market. I highly doubt it. I think everyone can guess what he's going to say, the topics he's going to discuss, the people he'll say something bad about, the things he'll say something good about. I mean, I highly doubt there's going to be anything in there that's good that the market's going to actually care about. So I do not believe that there's going to be any change in the markets based on the State of the Union speech. All right. And I don't mean that like in a political way. I'm just State of the Union speeches don't necessarily really move the market. It's more just, this is more like a campaign type of thing with the election coming up and Trump just winning Super Tuesday. So I'm sure he'll spend time, shit talking Trump, and he'll talk about the economy doing well. He'll talk about inflation coming down. I don't see there being anything the market's going to actually care about, because the market really doesn't move based on the president. And that's just the reality of it. A lot of people make the mistake of, and I'll close with this and let this just be like a lesson for the rest of your life. Don't ever let, and I'm not saying anybody is, I'm just saying in general, don't ever let your political opinions influence your investment decisions. Because I can't tell you how many people said to me, oh, when Trump got elected in 2016, the market's going to crash. There's going to be World War III. And what happened? The markets rallied to all-time highs. And then I can't tell you how many people that said Biden got elected, the economy's going to crash, everything's going to fall apart, and now the market's back at all-time highs. The market really does not care about who's president, a Democrat or a Republican. The market really doesn't care. And if you go back throughout the last 100 years and you look at stock market's performance compared to Democrats and Republicans, it's so incredibly close. It's basically 50-50 with a couple point edge to Democrats. And that really happened during Obama's back-to-back two terms, when the markets went straight up after the 2008 crisis. When Obama took over, it was the bottom of the great financial crisis. So the markets basically just went straight up for the next, 20 years. And he caught 8 of those years. And then you had Trump come in, and then you flipped back to Democrat. So you had that 8-year run of that rally was Democrat, which is actually pushed, if you look at the actual statistics, a couple points higher as far as stock market performance under a Democrat president versus a Republican president. But really, folks, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. What matters more is Congress, where there actually is a visible difference in stock market performance, is when you have a gridlocked Congress. What a gridlocked Congress means is what the market doesn't like when one political party controls all three. So if one party controlled the White House, the Senate, and the House, the stock market actually doesn't like that, because there's a lot, when that happens, whether it's Democrats or Republicans, there's a lot more of a chance of extreme policies being pushed through. When there's a gridlock, meaning you'll have like a Republican president and a Democrat House and a Republican Senate, or a Democrat president and a Republican House, or a Democrat Senate, there's gridlock where like all the craziness doesn't get passed. Only like logical things can actually get passed. Nothing that's too extreme by either party. So the market actually prefers gridlock. The market does not like one party controlling all three. There's actually data that supports that. That's a lot more meaningful than actually who's in the White House. So just don't make the mistake of ever betting against the U.S. economy just because you don't like the president. The reality is, never bet against the U.S. economy. It is the best by far in the world. And as Warren Buffett says, you invest in the U.S. economy, don't ever bet against it. And yeah, the markets will go down sometimes, but every time the markets go down, it's nothing more than a buying opportunity. It's been that way for 100 years. It'll be that way for 100 more. And just continue to play that through over time, and just don't let your political views get in the way. I've seen people make really bad decisions, like people that hate Trump, people that hate Biden, and they shorted the market when Trump got elected. They shorted it when Biden got elected, and now either doesn't matter. All-time highs during Trump, all-time highs during Biden. And you mixed in a new war, you mixed in inflation, higher interest rates, a COVID pandemic, like you mixed in all of this craziness, and the market still made new all-time highs under both presidents. So the market doesn't care. Trust me, the market cares way more about AI than it does who's in the White House. Honestly, it's just the truth. So that's that. I'll finish on that, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream and appreciate the commentary. If you're not interested in a membership, you guys can sign off the stream. If you are interested in the membership, I'll show you the platform one last time before The all-inclusive membership is no more as of tomorrow. So let me show you what the platform actually looks like so you guys know what you're getting. Just go to ttgoffer.com. Everything you see on that page is included. Use the coupon code TTG121. Click apply code. Price drops down to $10.17. That's 54% off. Check out. You guys are good to go. Don't forget, you get a free laptop included. So I'm going to show you guys our chat room, what our chat room looks like, just so you guys get a feel for what our platform actually looks like. There it is. That's where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out trades, answering questions, providing commentary throughout the day. You got the mobile app that gives you the real-time push notifications when the moderators enter and exit their positions. You're going to get 2 small private study group sessions with our mods to speed up that learning curve. You get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, congressional trading data to track trades by Congress, TradingView's premium charting software, that's included. The Trade Ideas scanner is included when you guys join the platform. It streams on our platform for you guys to use during the day. I have to sneeze, man. I'm sorry, guys. Simulator lets you practice trading with fake money but real-time data. Proprietary scanner that lets you guys create custom scans. You get dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow, short data, all included when you guys join. Trading Journal will track your trading for you. A social sentiment scanner tells you what's being talked about most on social media. You got the watch list every day that the mods tell you what stocks we're focused on with entry and exit prices. Then you've got the courses. Courses are a simplified version of the training I received working at the fund. Beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you guys name it. You guys got it. Okay. Eddie, there's 2 mentor study sessions included. We do those every Thursday. There are 2 of them that are included with your annual membership. Guys, listen, I can't guarantee you're going to be successful just by joining. But what I can guarantee is if you do join, you pay $10.17, go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend 1 study group, and if you are unable to make enough winning trades to equal that $10.17 back at least once, we'll give you back $2,034. The refund rate and the refund policy is right there on the checkout page in black and white. Go read it. Our refund rate is actually less than 2.5%. We have to welcome Eli. Eli, welcome to the family. Everybody, welcome Eli. Nice. Kirsten is actually using the free laptop right now as we speak. That's awesome, Kirsten. I love it. But we have to welcome Eli. Eli, welcome to the family. Everybody, welcome Eli, newest member to the group. All right. So again, folks, ttgoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code, click apply code, price drops down to $10.17. You have any questions, just text us 1-888-306-8783. Phone number will be on the bottom of the screen in just a moment, 1-888-306-8783 right there. Text that number with any questions that you guys have. We are fully transparent. We are an open book, and I'll see you all in chat tomorrow. It's been a great week. Let's finish the week off strong. Jobs data tomorrow. I'll come back on here tomorrow. I'll let you guys know the analysis on what that data looks like and where the markets go from there. Subscribe to the channel, folks. If you have not yet done so, smash that like button and show some love. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have a great night, gang.